on one side, Keap is a very successful company. It's been around for over 20 years. We see the customer roster. It's in the employee count and linked on LinkedIn. Like it's an exciting company. But at the same time, you've also been very transparent with us that it's really hard to innovate. It's really hard to innovate in software, and the competition is fierce in your marketplace. What would you say to someone who is thinking about getting into this? Because it's one of those things where, entrepreneurship is always a challenge no matter what category you're going into, but like you have, I would say, unique domain experience because you've been at it for this period of time, building the company, stepping away, returning, re-innovating the product. Like you've gone through many events. I don't know the best way to call it. Like
Yes.
you've just through just sheer time and will, you've gone through many events as a CEO of a software company. What would you say to someone, like if there's a developer right now or CIO, CTO working at another company, they're thinking, hey, I want to break out. What should they be excited for? And of course, I think everyone knows what they're wary of, but like, what would you say to them? It's like, hey, this is why or why you should not do it, or when you should and should
Yeah.
not do it.
Yeah. I think first thing, you've got to have a drive and a passion and a commitment to the thing that you see that you believe in. It's got to be so strong because it will get challenged, beaten down, torn apart, ripped up and torn up in front of your face, laughed at, all that stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so challenging that if you are the kind of person that is not willing to plow through a brick wall for this thing that you believe in, you've got no chance. So there's just no chance. It looks like, oh, we've got this technology, we're going to go do this thing, but market realities and people realities and leadership realities and mental and emotional realities of the entrepreneur, not to mention lifestyle and pressure and financial and spouse and relationship. I mean, all that stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't have massive passion and conviction, just don't go.
Yeah.
Don't start. Now, on the other hand, if you are just so frustrated with the status quo and the lack of impact that you're having, and you see, you're excited about what you can do for a certain subset of the market or a target customer, you're excited about taking on challenges and being able to overcome them. It's the most fun journey you could possibly imagine, but you have to be willing and excited to take on challenges and big, huge, nasty, gnarly challenges, not small things. It's stuff that, most people aren't entrepreneurs because they don't want to deal with those really hard things. And a lot of those hard things are staring you back in the, when you look in the mirror. It's you. It's the stuff going on inside of you. That's tough stuff to work on.
Yeah, whatever your weaknesses will just be amplified further when you
Yes.
choose to go off on your own. If you don't like selling, I got bad news for you. If you don't like administration,
Yep.
I got bad news for you. If you don't like hearing negative
Yes.
customer feedback, I got bad news for you. You kind of hit the nail on the head there in regards to your experiences developing software, and is that, as engineers or developers, a lot of times we can sit down and think that we have the answer. Like, oh, we have the answer. We can build this, and maybe we can build it super fast. It works, no bugs, nothing like that. But there's something about the market that just punches you right in the face. Like you can build exactly the right thing. It doesn't have any bugs. They hate it, or they don't like it, or they don't want it, or they don't,
Right.
they don't want to pay for it.
Or they tell you it's awesome, but they don't actually pay for it.
Yeah, the dollar gap. Like I joke with my friends all the time. It's like they think they have great ideas. Like, do you know how hard it is to get $1? And they say, like, what do you mean? It's like, well, think about when's the last time you installed an app on your phone that cost more than $1? And they're like, oh,
Right.
I would never. And I was like, okay, this is literally probably some genius who's coding this for whatever period of time.
Right.
And you've determined their work is not worth $1. And that's how hard it is to develop software because that's how people think.
Yeah. It is so true. Finding that spot in the market and being able to really drive your product into that space. That is quite a trick to get product market fit and build that momentum.
So, you also have, like I said, you got that experience. You've been through, it sounds like an amazing ride. Of course, it's got some lows. We don't want to talk about the lows, but the lows make the highs worth it from everyone I can talk about.
It's all part of it.
I'm curious for you because you are in an ultra competitive space. CRM, marketing automation. This is not like you're one of three options. There's a lot of options to use in this space. How do you
Right.
view like the next 5, 10 years for your company? How will you continue to innovate? How will you continue to deliver? Because, we already talked about it. Competition's not going to rest, so you can't rest either. So
Yeah, no doubt. The thing that we've always prided ourselves on, except for that little period of time, is automation. It's saving time for the customer. It's not just helping them convert leads and grow sales. That's obviously important, but it's the time savings. And because of the space that we serve, and specifically the size of customer, the type of customer we serve, putting hours back in their day and doing things for them that make it a lot easier for them to do their sales and marketing work, have it operate in the background. That's the key thing for us. So it's about automation. It's about, there's some really cool things with AI we're doing. There's some really fun things we're doing with machine learning and just making it easier and easier for small businesses to grow without having to put all of their time and energy into the sales and marketing process. So that's what we stay focused on. I mean, obviously everything that's changed in the last decade with mobile and texting and making it so much more possible to run your business from anywhere and on the go, that's all table stakes now. And now it's about, okay, well, how do you do that in a way that's really effective for the customer and really efficient for them? And so we love that work. It's work we've been, we fell in love with it many, many years ago, and we got away from it for a little season there, but these last couple of years we've been back at it, loving it, and we're having a great time just innovating for customers and making it easier for them to automate the sales and marketing process.
IT Visionaries is powered by Salesforce Platform and Dreamforce. Did you know all of the very best Dreamforce sessions are available for free on salesforce.com/plus? We recommend watching the platform and MuleSoft keynote to get the down low on doing more with less and increasing efficiency with automation.